show is sponsored by HiveMind CRM. It is more than just a CRM. It is a real estate and business mastermind that comes with an all-in-one CRM. You can have unlimited websites and users. You can call, text, RVM, and email all in one user interface. And you can set up custom automations for any type and multiple businesses. 65% of companies start using a CRM system within the first 5 years of business. Once implemented, the HiveMind will save you on marketing, give you more time, and make more money. One of our users had his first $100,000 month using our system in June. We want to see you automate and accelerate your business. Text us at 210-972-1842 for future meetings, and of course to get our $1 course on how to make more than 6 figures on one land deal. You can schedule your free demo today at HiveMindCRM.io.
Hey, welcome to today's episode. We're trying out a new thing. This is episode we call Deal Breakdown. We have a special guest, Investor Mel and Dave. We're going to hop right into it. We're going to keep this really close. So what's really cool about the segment, if you guys want to check out the episode about them, there's going to be another episode probably before this one. So go check that episode. But what has been your craziest deal, whether it's most profit or just something crazy that happened in that in a transaction?
Yeah, and thanks for having us on, Daniel.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dave. Which one do you want to do today?
Okay, so it might not be the biggest profit, but I just like because it doubled. And then we'll talk about a drug dealer tenant. But the first deal that I want to talk about is...
talk about a few things today. There we go.
Yeah, we'll go through it. So basically, we had purchased a 5-plex for $250,000. Relatively cheap, right? And then it had been on the market for a while. The seller couldn't sell it. When we finally came back to it, we had looked at it initially. When we finally came back, the seller was saying all the deals fell through. And I'm like, let me guess, with financing? And he's like, yeah, how'd you know? Because we underwrote the deal and it didn't make sense. So we actually got into it with 100% financing. So $250,000. The seller held a first mortgage of $200,000, right? A VTB, seller financing, owner financing, whatever you want to call it. And then we actually utilized, it's in Canada, so we actually utilized our RSPs, which is basically the same thing as a 401k in the States, registered funds. So we utilized that as our down payment for $50,000. So 100% finance deal. Now that's not the cool, well, that is kind of cool, right? That it's 100% finance.
None of our own money. That's what we do.
And no joint venture partners. But the cool thing was it was such an underperforming asset, right? The rents had never been raised for the last 10 or probably 7 to 10 years. No maintenance had been done. So once we took possession, we kind of did our thing, right? It was a low hanging fruit. We did some renovations, some TLC, some tenant changeover through, natural attrition from them going to school and that type of stuff. And in a short period, I think in a 1.5, maybe 2 years.
Yeah, just under 2 years.
Yeah,
or so.
it appraised for over $500,000. So we literally doubled the amount of it in a short period of time, right? Which is kind of cool, obviously. And then we repaid all the investors. We repaid the seller. We repaid the lady who had lent us the registered funds. And that's not the end of that deal. So that was about probably a year and a half ago. So sequence of events, we refinanced, paid everyone out, still continued to cash flow. We cash flowed from day one as well. And then after that, we actually listed it on the market. So we had gotten the refi for $500. We sold it for $600, which again made another $100,000, right? And now we're actually holding the mortgage on it. So it's kind of like this
so
deal
we've been
that never...
on both sides of the coin, right? So bought it using our own money, part of it with owner financing, and now we get to still make money passively. And have the tax benefit as owners as well as we.
That's a pretty cool deal, yeah.
Pretty neat.
So what's crazy about this whole deal is I literally had this conversation with somebody about this yesterday, and it was the value of extending the transaction, because a lot of people, they think that once they sell that property, that's it. But when you owner finance it, you can extend that transaction and revisit it over and over again. So I think it's really cool that you bought it creative finance, you held it creative finance, refinanced out of it, and then you sold it owner finance.
And then now, of course, with the cash flow, well, we can continue to put it towards more deals as well.
It's passive, right? When now we're holding a mortgage, we have our security, and it's kind of like, I like how you say it, Daniel, it's extending the deal. It's kind of the deal that never ends. It just keeps cash flowing. So yeah, pretty cool deal.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. I hope you learned something from that episode, because if you got to listen to it again, it's going to be really, really quick. Listen to it again. Go check it out. We appreciate you guys coming on. Where can people find you online real quick?
We're at Investor Mel Dave on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all over.
TikTok.
Always Investor Mel Dave. Yeah.
The show is sponsored by The List Guys. Do you need more leads in your local or virtual market? 1 in 10 small businesses don't invest in any kind of marketing. The List Guys have over 35 plus list types to choose from, and you can mix and match any list or criteria. We also use the skip trace list and provide up to 7 numbers and email addresses. Every list you purchase will be scrubbed against previous purchases. The List Guys are here to save you time. Contact the List Guys today at www.1listguys.com. That's www.1listguys.com.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for guys coming on. Appreciate you all.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.